Have you ever stopped to wonder why your phone feels so easy to use? Or why some websites are just a breeze and others make you want to pull your hair out? Well, it's not magic. There is an entire science behind that feeling, and it's hiding in plain sight. So let's pull back the curtain and take a look at the invisible world that shapes every single click, tap, and swipe you make. You see, at their very core, computers speak a totally different language than we do. They think in code, these super precise commands like rm file name, which, just means remove this file. But us, we're visual creatures. We understand dragging a file to a trash can. It just makes sense. And that right there, that's the huge gap between how a machine works and how our brains are wired. It's maybe the biggest challenge in all of technology. And bridging this human-machine gap, well, that's everything. It's the whole ballgame. It's what designers and engineers obsess over. Get it right, and you have technology that feels like an extension of yourself. Get it wrong, and you've got something that's just endlessly frustrating. So how do we actually bridge that gap? Well, we build a bridge, of course, and that bridge has a name. It's a formal discipline called Human-Computer Interaction, or just HCI for short. And its entire purpose is to make technology work for people, not the other way around. Now, the official definition here sounds a little academic, but the key phrase is for human use. That's the part that really matters. This isn't just about programming a computer to perform a task. It's about designing it so that we, the humans, can use it intuitively. It's this really cool mix of computer science, psychology, and design, and it always puts the user front and center. To get this right, HCI really focuses on three things. First, there's the user. That's you, with all your expectations and habits. Second, there's the computer, the machine itself with all its power and limitations. And third, the most interesting part, is the interaction. That's the two-way conversation happening between you and the machine. So, if it's a conversation, what language are we speaking? It's definitely not code. It's a visual language, one made up of a few core ideas that we all now basically understand without even thinking about it. And the big breakthrough, the thing that let us all start speaking this new language, was the graphical user interface, the GUI. I mean, this was a complete game changer. It threw out all those complicated text commands and replaced them with simple pictures and icons. All of a sudden, you didn't have to be some kind of computer genius to use a computer. The GUI made technology accessible to everybody. Now, the foundation of almost every single GUI you've ever used is something called the WIMP paradigm. It's kind of like the alphabet of our digital world. It stands for Windows, those little boxes that let us do more than one thing at a time. Icons, the pictures that stand for our apps and files. Menus, which give us a nice list of options. And pointers, the little cursor that acts like our digital finger. This simple setup was totally revolutionary because it created a digital space that felt consistent and predictable. So when you put all those WIMP elements together, you get this really powerful illusion, the feeling that you are directly manipulating digital objects. This idea has a name. It's called direct manipulation. And the whole point is that it should feel like you're physically grabbing and moving your files, not just typing commands at a machine. For that direct feeling to really work, an interface needs three things. 1, you can always see the thing you're working on. 2, you use physical-like actions, clicking, dragging, instead of typing code. And 3, the results are immediate and, this is a big one, they're reversible. Think about dragging a file. It moves when you move your mouse. And if you mess up, no big deal. You just drag it right back. But just having those building blocks isn't quite enough. You have to assemble them in the right way. And to do that, designers follow a set of rules, a kind of blueprint, to make sure the whole experience feels effortless. So what are these golden rules? What's the difference between a design that feels great and one that just makes you want to give up? Let's take a look at a few of the most important ones. Okay, rule number 1, and this might be the most important of all, is to strive for consistency. This means using the same terms, the same icons, the same colors for the same things everywhere. When the save button always looks like a little floppy disk, your brain doesn't have to work so hard. You can just go on autopilot. But when things are inconsistent, you have to stop, think, and relearn, and that just creates frustration. Next up, one of my personal favorites, the almighty undo button. This rule, permitting easy reversal of actions, is huge for our peace of mind. It takes away the fear that you're going to mess something up permanently. It gives you the freedom to explore and try new things because you know you can always just go back. It's a safety net, and it encourages us to learn. And finally, a great design respects the fact that we're human. It reduces your short-term memory load.
See, our brains can only really juggle a few pieces of information at once. A good interface won't make you remember a piece of information from one screen and type it into another. It just shows you what you need to know right when you need to know it. It makes things obvious.
So when you put all this stuff together, the GUIs, the direct manipulation, all these design rules, it's about so much more than just making things look pretty. This stuff has a massive impact on the real world. I mean, when HCI is done right, the benefits are huge. Systems are safer, we get things done faster, people make way fewer mistakes, and yeah, we're just happier and less stressed out using the technology. In some fields, this goes way beyond convenience. We're talking about life or death situations.
Seriously, think about a pilot trying to read their instruments in the middle of a bad storm, or surgeon using a complex medical device during an operation. In those moments, a clear, intuitive interface that prevents mistakes isn't just a nice to have, it's absolutely critical. Good design in these cases can literally save lives.
So the next time you drag a file without thinking, or hit undo on a typo, or just fly through an app, take a second, because what you're experiencing is the result of decades of this invisible science. And that leaves me with one final thought for you. What's one invisible design choice you use today that works so well you didn't even notice it was there?